Bonjour, hello and welcome to this new series of tutorials on the new GCSE. We're working with AQA and this session will talk you through the 50 words task for the foundation paper. So the 50 words task is going to be worth 10 marks. I'm going to show you an example of a 50 words task, talk you through how to approach it, give you a model answer, and also discuss the mark scheme with you. So this is what a 50 words task may look like. The biggest difference you will notice is that the instructions are now in English. There is a much higher emphasis in the new GCSE on vocabulary. The vocabulary is going to be essential that you are learning vocabulary regularly. And as you can see with the bullet points being in English, it's essential that you are able to recall that vocabulary in the target language. So this activity here requires you to write approximately 50 words. You can write more, you can write fewer. The most important thing is that you are answering all 5 of the bullet points. If you answer all 5 of the bullet points, you probably will be around about 50 words anyway. So that is your approach. So we read the instruction first. Your pen friend wants to know about technology in the UK, and you are writing a short message of 50 words to them. What we need to mention is what we use technology for, phone, favourite app, negatives, and your friends and technology. So if we take the mark scheme first, what we are looking for, we're going to be marked on 2 areas, both out of 5. And as you can see for AO2, the most important thing is that we cover the bullet points. So here it tells you all 5 bullet points are covered. If you don't cover all 5 bullet points, you're not getting 5 out of 5 for AO2. And the number of bullet points covered goes down with the marks. Communication has to be clear, so there are no lapses in communication, no delays in understanding. That's your AO2, so for your first 5 points. AO3 is marked like this. So this is about the language that you use, the variety of vocabulary and grammatical structures. There is some margin for error. You can see even in this top band for grade 5 or mark 5 rather, some errors are tolerated, but these need to be minor, and obviously that should not affect the communication of what you're saying. Variety in vocabulary, this is, as we always practice, making sure that we don't repeat structures. Grammatical structures, the complexity at foundation is relatively basic, so using negative structures, using a different person, and 2 verb structures would count as your grammatical structures here. Okay, let's get straight into writing the task then. So first bullet point, what you use technology for. Remembering that this is foundation, so we don't need to make our language too complicated. Let's keep it nice and clear and obvious that we are answering the bullet point. So, j'utilise la technologie pour mes devoirs. I use technology for my homework. Nice and clear. I have covered this bullet point. I can even tick it off to show myself, yeah, okay, I've covered that, no problem. I might want to add in a little opinion there just to show off. J'aime l'Internet. Not repeating the word technology too often. Then I'm going to go on to that second bullet point, your phone. So saying which phone I have, j'ai an iPhone. A little bit of development with an opinion phrase, c'est super, mais un peu cher. It's super, but a bit expensive. Okay, so I have now covered the bullet point on your phone. Favourite app is coming next. So I'm going to use the structure mon or ma, and then a noun, and then préféré. So mon application préférée. Really important that I get my accents in the right order, go in the right direction here. If I use préfère, it changes the meaning of the word altogether, and that will cause a delay in communication. So very important that I get my accents going the right way. Mon application préférée, c'est Snapchat. And of course, I'm going to give a reason. Car c'est amusant. I've said super already, so I don't want to repeat my adjectives. Okay. This is my favourite bullet point covered. I can tick that off. Now the next one on negatives of technology. The easiest way to introduce this would be with a negative structure. So, je n'aime pas la technologie. Or you could use a different noun in here, l'internet or les médias sociaux. And I'm going to introduce a time phrase here as well, frequency, sometimes, quelquefois, car c'est dangereuse. So in introducing my negative opinion phrase, I've sort of highlighted that I'm onto this bullet point on negatives here. And I've given a reason why I don't like technology sometimes, because it's dangerous. Okay, so that is my negative of technology. I could add in an extra adjective there if I wanted to, something along the lines of boring or too difficult, some extra adjective in there to show the negatives. But I think, given that I said I don't like it and the reason, I've covered the negatives of technology. So I'm going to go on then to my last bullet point, your friend or friends and technology. So I'm going to use the plural, mes amis. If I'm using the plural, mes amis, I need to make sure that my verb is in the plural form as well. So mes amis pense, with my correct ending, pense for the plural, que la technologie est super, I've used already, so a different adjective, meaning similar, génial. I've used car quite a few times, so I'm going to vary it with parce que. C'est rapide, because it's quick. I have now given my friend's opinion on technology, so I've talked about my friends and technology. I think this is just short of 50 words, but it covers all the main bullet points, all those 5 bullet points, and that's the most important thing. If we take our mark scheme back, so for our AO2, and check that I've got full coverage, all 5 bullet points are covered, I ticked them off as I went, so yes, and communication is clear. I've not tried to be too complicated in here or say anything that I don't know how to say in French. I kept it nice and simple, and therefore my communication is clear. For AO3, there is variety. I checked that as I went through, avoiding using the same adjectives multiple times. My grammatical structures, I've used a different person, talking about my friends. I've also used a negative in there saying I don't like. There aren't actually any errors in this, but if there were minor errors, these would be forgivable, so long as they were minor and not affecting the communication of what I want to say. Okay, so that is your 50 words task. Good luck.